I think Brave has a bunch of things that Chrome just can't compete with. And it goes a lot further than just the ability to block trackers and block ads. What is up, Hash Nation? Today, we're talking about Brave browser versus Chrome. It's the showdown. It's everything you need to know about these two browsers head to head. So, without further ado, let's hash it out. Now, I want to thank each and every one of you. If you've watched either one of my Brave reviews, the one from 2018 or 2019, I'll link them above here. Thank you so much for your support. Those videos have blown away my expectations in terms of the support, the kindness, and the number of people willing to try Brave out. I'm really passionate about the project. I believe in it. I believe that it's really delivering what the promises have been, and I think it's going to be here for years and years to come. Now, that being said, I wanted to talk about Brave today and how it compares directly to Google Chrome, which I think is its main competition in this market today. Head-to-head comparison, we are going to go over a variety of different attributes. First and foremost, we're going to go over UX UI. We're going to go over performance. We're going to go over features. And I'm going to leave it to you to tell me which one's the winner. And of course, at any time during this video, if you haven't tried out Brave, just go down into that link below in the description or comment and give it a shot. Alright guys, so I've fired up both Chrome and Brave, and we're going to do some performance tests right now. So I'm on the same computer, same internet, both browsers are open with no tabs open. Now we're going to test out how fast these pages load, and to do that we're going to go to a page that I go on very often, and that is ESPN.com. So let's go to ESPN.com, and that was pretty lightning fast. Now we're going to go to ESPN.com on good old Chrome. And it looks similar, but I think Brave has the edge on the loading time. And I think that the reason for that is because the ads themselves do not have to load on the Brave side. So if you look here, there are no ads here on this Brave side. You can obviously get this same sort of feature with ad blocking on Chrome, but it is not native to the browser, so that's one thing to note. Now we're going to test boot up time. So I'm going to go ahead and select Brave here and see how long it takes to boot up. So it booted right back up to ESPN where I left it. Let's do the same thing for Chrome. Now I'm going to launch Chrome in 3, 2, 1. Now you can see when you reopen Chrome, it is a little bit slower to get back to exactly where you were, and those ads do introduce a little bit of lag. So I'm going to give that one a tie in terms of, since both browsers are open right now and we already have the ability to performance, let's go into the task manager and compare the RAM usage for both browsers. Now you can see right away that the memory is not even close. Brave uses only 255 megabytes of RAM in this case, and Google Chrome is using a whopping 700 megabytes. Now granted, Brave is using more power it seems, and I'm sure that's because it's using more CPU than it is using random access memory. Now if you guys want a little quick hack, I have found a hack here for ESPN.com and some other sites. If you start getting a memory leak for CPU, and you notice that it's spiking up big time in CPU, you just go into the Shields tab like I did just now, and you can script block. So you can block all the running scripts on the screen. Now, the problem with this is that then it's going to break some of the embedded videos, and then those won't work. But if you do want to open up a video and you want to watch it, you can re-enable scripts, then you can go ahead and watch the videos as normal. CPU is going to go up. Some websites are not optimized for Brave, and that's just one of the problems that you see. But if you notice CPU is causing a problem, just modify your Shield settings. Google Chrome is a very RAM hungry browser, and I've never seen it open with less than 600 megabytes per RAM of usage. So in that case, Brave is also going to get a win. However, the CPU usage is a problem for me sometimes when I'm editing videos. If it's open and it's taking up 10%, that's a 10% that I want for Premiere Pro. So if we go over to processes as well, you can see that Brave browser has 9 separate processes running, all with their different RAM memory equivalents. And Google Chrome actually has 23 completely different processes running. And just so that you know that this is a fair test, I actually do have both of these browsers running the same configuration. It has the same bookmarks. I have 2 Chrome extensions on both browsers. And beyond that, everything is exactly the same. So this is all stock. out of the box. Now, I think an interesting takeaway from this power consumption and overall efficiency on your machine, I think it's interesting to note that Brave actually uses the same architecture as Chrome does, the open source Chromium architecture. However, the Google stuff that goes on behind the scenes, the tracking, all of the data inputs and outputs, maybe some of the machine learning inputs and outputs, those things are not happening in Brave because there is no connection out to the Google servers, nor is there a connection for your personal information to the Brave servers. Your information is protected. And so I think that's a big contributing factor. They've stripped back the Chromium architecture to its bare bones for the UX and the UI, but not for the performance-hungry aspect. So moving on to the user interface. The user interface is almost identical, wider, and you have a home button here that is oriented on the left side. Whereas here you have a bookmark option here on the left side, no home button, and your address middle justified, center justified, and you have your shields options here and your basic attention token wallet options here as well. The menu options are also almost exactly the same. Now you notice there's minor UI differences here, but all in all it's very similar because obviously the Chromium architecture is the base for both of these browsers. Now in terms of features, both Brave browser and Chrome have made significant strides over the last several years to introduce different functionalities to their browser itself. Now one of the most important things to the Chrome ecosystem has been the introduction of Chrome extensions. So Chrome extensions are basically browser plugins that you can use on your browser to introduce different functionalities to your browser itself. Now I often use the Trezor Manager, the Trezor Bridge Chrome extension to help use my Trezor hardware wallet. That's essential. That was one of the things that I missed using Brave as well. It's that I didn't have access to all my Chrome extensions that I needed at the time for my Ledger Nano wallet. But now if you want to get the Trezor Bridge, for example, you type in Trezor Bridge Chrome, and then you can go over to the Chrome extension, which is chrome.google.com. Now you can add this to your Brave browser. So if I click Add to Chrome, it's going to say make sure you confirm it. Brave hasn't reviewed this extension yet, and it could be malicious. I, for one, know that this isn't malicious. I've installed it before, so I'll go ahead and add the application. So you'll see it goes in and it adds it to your browser just like you did in Google Chrome. It's exactly the same. So if you have a browser Chrome extension that you really like, go into the web store, click download, click install, it goes and it just works. And this runs natively on Brave browser just like it does on Chrome. A feature, of course, that we have to talk about that Chrome does not have is it doesn't have native control over all of these different affects and different things that you can use on the web. So in Chrome, you can't natively block trackers, you can't in general ads and other things, you can't block cookies. All these things you can't have control over in Chrome without adding an extension have now been put into Brave browser natively. And native code, in my opinion, is always better. It just runs better and it runs cleaner. Furthermore, obviously the introduction of the basic attention token ecosystem where you can send tips, you can receive basic attention tokens, and even go in and earn money for watching ads right here, which I've earned 15 cents, really cool. You can earn money watching ads on Brave, and you can't do that when you go into your Chrome browser and just watch content. You can't earn any money, you can't contribute to your favorite creators, and unfortunately, that's just barking up the exactly right tree by introducing these microeconomies. Now another cool feature you get in Brave is social media blocking. So you can go in and turn off Facebook logins, you can turn off embedded posts, Google logins, so all the single sign-on options, and you can also block blogs, on websites, etc., because social media is now becoming very much like an ad as well. So guys, what do you think? Is Brave the right browser for you, or is Chrome the right browser for you? Overall, I think head-to-head, Brave has a little bit better performance. While it does have some bugs and there are still some things that have to be worked out in terms of specific website functionality, I think Brave has a bunch of things that Chrome just can't compete with. And it goes a lot further than just the ability to block trackers and block ads, because yes, you can add an extension to Chrome to do that. But I think Brave has a lot of functionality beyond just that. The ability to have a more efficient browser, the ability to have a browser that has a basic attention token cryptocurrency ecosystem built in, something that gives you full control and doesn't abuse you like Chrome often does. Now guys, let me know in the comments below what you think of Brave browser, if you've downloaded it, what your favorite feature is, and down below in the comments, maybe just let me know, hey, I don't really like Brave, I'm not a fan of it, and how Brave because I think that is the way that this browser is going to get mainstream adoption, building towards what people really want. And with that, guys, thank you so much for watching this head-to-head between Brave and Chrome. Cheers.